Hi guys, in today's video I am sharing with you my 16 must-have items for a nursing station. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Some of you may already know that I am a mom of 3, and recently we just added our third baby girl to our family. She was born a month ago, and I was pretty successful with breastfeeding all 3 of my children. I mean, right now I have breastfed for only a month, but the hope is that I can successfully breastfeed until 1 year old probably, and maybe a little bit more. I have breastfed my first son until he was 10-month old, my second one until I think 19-month old, and as a mom of 3 and doing this for a little bit already, I have seen some things working really well for me and some things that make me feel a little bit frustrated. And when I see that something is not working out, I'm trying to figure it out as much as possible. And here on this channel, that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing things that work really well for moms to make us happy and productive and successful in life. So let's talk about things that you must have at the spot where you're breastfeeding. These are mentioned in no particular order because if you're missing one of them, you will still suffer. So it does not matter which one goes first and which one goes last. The first one on my list, and I have it on my phone just because I was trying to brainstorm and make sure I'm not forgetting anything, is the mirror. No one wants to go into public or downstairs or start a video call when they're looking a little bit weird, when things are sticking out, and when you have drips of milk on your shirt. So preferably having a nice big mirror where you can see your whole body would be obviously best, but anything will work as long as you can see the shirt that you just took off basically or messed with it. It would be best to double check that you're looking presentable. Number 2 on my list is water. It does not matter to me what it is, a cup of water or a bottle of water, but I prefer a nice big bottle of water just because if you forget to fill it up, you have it. If it is a 32 or 64 ounce water bottle, you don't have to refill it as much, and yes, the chances of it running out are pretty small. So you just have to remember twice a day or once a day to fill it up to make sure that you have nice cold water next to it, nice cold or warm depending on what you would like, depending on the weather and season that you're in. But yes, having water next to you I feel like a must because of how thirsty you get while breastfeeding, as well as you do want to replenish your body for health reasons so that you are feeling good, so that you're losing baby weight that you would like to lose, and in general staying hydrated is super good for you. Number 3 would be snacks. If you have ever breastfed, you know how hungry you get and you cannot predict the moments that you will be hungry, so having something nutritious and yummy right next to you is super helpful. It is interesting that with this baby I'm not as hungry while I'm breastfeeding. However, I remember that with my boys I did have the moments of like extreme starvation when I was nursing them, so having snacks next to you is super helpful. Chapstick is a must. No matter what you're doing, you have to have a chapstick next to you, so I don't need to explain too much about that. You just don't want to feel your lips being dried and chapped and starting to bleed after every nursing session, so just have a chapstick with you. Number 5 on my list is lanolin, or I guess any nipple cream that you like. I would suggest possibly try a few and see which one you prefer. However, hospitals recommend, and in my hospital they even gave me a sample bottle of lanolin, and I did not even start using the one that I bought for myself. So yes, I feel like lanolin is the best because it is safe for the baby to consume it if it is ingested, as well as it really soothes your body and it feels really good. Number 6 is lotion, hand lotion, body lotion, whatever you prefer. I feel like right now we're coming out of winter into the spring and I still feel like the air being super dry, and because I wash my hands so much, my hands get so dry. And very often it happens that with newborns you go from being nice and calm and doing your dishes to running to nurse them because they're screaming because they're hungry because they just woke up. So having lotion next to you is super helpful so that 5 minutes into the nursing session you don't feel like your hands are so dry and bother you so much. Number 7 potentially could be questionable for each mom. I say pacifier. For me, I find that my babies sometimes get so tired and they feel like they want the comfort of sucking, but they're full enough that they don't want to eat, and I find them getting frustrated at the breast. So sometimes when I feel like they have had enough already and they're burping and they're frustrated and fussy and like I just see that they cannot fall asleep, sometimes I find it easier to give them the pacifier and they fall asleep in like 20 seconds. So for me, and hopefully for you, having a pacifier next to you is helpful so that your babies, once you see that they're full, just give them the pacifier for 10 seconds, and then, at least in my case, the moment they fall asleep, they spit it out and then they can go back to sleep normally. And not having a pacifier next to you could be a little bit frustrating because they're so small, and going and searching for one is so difficult, and then you have to go and rinse it to make sure that it's clean and there is no dust or hairs on it. So having a pacifier here, nice and clean and ready for use, is super helpful. Number 8 would be your phone, because if someone calls you, if you want to talk to someone, if you want to read on the news or watch some YouTube videos, it is super helpful to have your phone next to you. The only advice I guess I would say, at least right now, I keep my phone at all times on silent mode, just in case if someone calls me, if I fall asleep, if the baby fall asleep, so that nothing disturbs us and does not ruin our nap time. But yes, having your phone is extremely helpful and kind of necessary these days. I feel like you cannot go anywhere without your phone. Let me know in the comments below, do you feel like your phone is like now attachment to your body and part of your body or no? Because I definitely do feel this way, which I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's the way it is for me. I feel like I can do a lot with my phone, and I feel like I need to have it while I'm nursing. And number 9, obviously, if you have your phone but the battery is dying, there is no use for your phone. So having a battery charger, in my case, I also have a battery that can be used as well as a plugged-in cord in case I cannot reach the cord for some reason. If it fell off the table, if it's somewhere in the corner, if I cannot reach it, I can just grab my battery with the cord from the basket and start charging my phone right away as well, and I will have battery life for my phone. Number 10 is books, magazines, or any kind of entertainment. I know the phone is amazing for entertainment. You can read the news, you can check the weather, you can catch up on email, your family and friends, or business for whatever you're doing, as well as, again, like you can watch YouTube videos, which is TV. However, if for some reason you feel like you need a little bit something different, something more, I do have a book of Martha Stewart's organizing ideas. Whatever you like, maybe it is a good idea for you to have something additional as well on your nursing station. Number 11 is burp cloth or towels or napkins of some sort, in case if you are leaking a little bit too much, or when you're burping your baby, so that if the baby spits up, so that you are not covered in spit up. So yes, those things obviously have to be right next to you so that you can grab them once in the middle of the nursing session when you're burping your baby, in between the moments when they're eating, as well as at the end of the session. Number 12 is breast pads, which I feel like, I don't know if some women leak more than others, or if some women do not leak. At least in my understanding is that when you're feeding the baby on one side, the other side will be leaking. In my case, I leak like crazy. So if I would not have a breast pad of some sort that would absorb milk, I would be soaking wet. That it would look and feel disgusting. Number 13 for my list is a sweater for the mom, because you never know if you get hot or cold or whatever. You want to be as comfortable as possible. So if for some reason it got cold, if you have a window cracked, or if the sun came down and it got cold right away, or whatever the situation is, you want to be comfortable so that you can easily reach and grab the nice and cozy sweater. So it should be right next to you. Number 14 would be blanket for the baby, because again, if you're cold, the baby is probably cool as well. So it is always nice to cuddle them up so that they can get nice and cozy and sleepy, and hopefully fall asleep for you and give you a little bit of a break. Number 15 is not a must, but I feel like it's so nice to have a light switch that is easily accessible to you, because if it is too bright or too dark, or you need to change the atmosphere in the room, it is nice to be able to reach and turn on or turn off the light. Number 16 is hair ties or anything to put your hair up in case you feel like you need to change it. Sometimes the babies grab the hair, sometimes you just feel uncomfortable or too warm or whatever. So it is super nice to be able to grab the hair tie and put it up and collect your hair. And I do have a bonus item for you, which would be number 17, I guess. I do not have this item because I still have not ordered it. So I'm like, oh, I guess it is not a must, but it would be really nice to have, which would be a milk collecting container for another breast while you're feeding, so that the milk is not absorbed into the breast bed and then you kind of just discarding it. It would be wonderful to collect it and then put it with the milk that you're pumping. For me right now, I don't have it and I'm surviving. That's okay. I will submit my Amazon order sometime soon, and you guys, I'm going to link all of the items that I just mentioned, like breast pads and that milk collecting item that I will be purchasing, and a few other small things that I have on my station, or if I have a substitute, I'm going to just link everything in the description of the video, just so that it's nice and easy for you to find those items if you're missing some of them. So yes, feel free to check those out. And you guys, I have completely forgotten to put something on the list. Not the baby, which baby would be extremely important to have for your nursing station. I actually put it out on the table as a must-have item, but I completely forgot to include it onto my list, which would be a baby monitor. Depending on if you are feeding the baby and leaving them in the room and going and doing your thing, if they're falling asleep or whatever, it is so nice to have the baby monitor right here, nice and handy next to you, to just turn it on and leave it to where the baby's staying. But otherwise, I am done with telling you the items that I have in my station. And let me tell you one more thing about the station, is that I feel like it's wonderful to have the number of stations in your house according to how many places you're using to nurse your baby. In my case, I have two of the similar stations. One, which is here in the bedroom where I'm sleeping, where we're going to sleep and waking up for the baby. And then the second station for me is downstairs in my dining room. My dining room is basically a combination of my office as well. I guess I should have said my office, because that's where I'm spending the most of my time, by my computer. However, we do spend a lot of time in our dining room because we're eating, we're doing crafts, and all of the like painting and homework and everything with my boys, as well as the school from home right now is happening from that space as well as my office. So basically I have a copy of the same station downstairs so that I can use it when I'm nursing my baby there throughout the day. And that is all, you guys, for this video. I hope it was helpful. If you are nursing your baby, I strongly suggest getting those items and evaluating what is helpful for you. If I have missed items that you think you must have by your side while you're nursing your baby, I would love to hear those, because maybe I should be using them too. So please leave me a comment about that item. And if you have any other questions or any other video requests, feel free to leave me a comment below this video or message me on social media. Or if you just want to say hello or connect or whatever, I would love to talk to you as well. Otherwise, you guys, I hope to see you in my next video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.